So I later have had the chance to meet Dr. Boss. And I got to say something, because the other day I texted her, hey, I'm having some problems getting into ketosis. What should I do? And her answer was what? Anybody here? Try sardines. Then I texted her, it's been a year. I'm about the same weight I've been for about a year. And she goes, try sardines. And I have a series of texts. Every time I text, I think she has me on automatic. Try sardines. So I'm walking through TSA yesterday, and they stopped me. And they wanted to know what I had. Where did I put it? It's here. What I had in my bag.
Her face on those cans.
Anyways, I got to tell part of my personal story, and I usually start with talking about this. How many of you are perfect? Yeah, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm so close it scares me. But that includes also my favorite topic. You already saw it because I saw you. Well, I know I'm not perfect, but because in 2 weeks I'll be married 41 years, and she's been telling me for 41 years I'm not perfect. So she's here in Massachusetts, but we have family and friends, so she's visiting with them. So we should strive for perfection. The Bible tells us to strive for perfection, but we are not perfect. We know that. We should strive because that's how you become a better version of yourself. Oh, Carrie, we got to change that. That's misspelled, by the way, it's V-A-Z, but this was me for the past, well, not the past 40 years. You don't know it, but you're celebrating my 2-year carniversary tomorrow, 2 years. 300 units of insulin a day, high doses of 2 blood pressure medications, diabetes is reversed, hypertension is reversed. I don't need them anymore. Over 100 pounds lost. Things, I call them stupid things like plantar fasciitis. Nobody dies of plantar fasciitis, right? But it's painful. Okay, 35 years with that. Went away. I've had back surgeries. I have a long story of back problems. Chronic pain, gone. Okay. Little things like eczema. I don't have the eczema or psoriasis stories that other people have. It was small patches, a couple of places, but it's gone. But June 12, 2023, just a couple of weeks ago, was 2 years. I was told I had macular edema. And I had been using a GLP, by the way, for a year and a half, which had done nothing to my A1C. 6.7 before I started, 6.7 after I finished, which was after that eye exam. And I had regular eye exams. Not a problem in my eyes. So do I blame the 28 years I spent having diabetes, or do I blame the GLP-1? I don't know, probably a mixture, but it happens more frequently with the use of GLPs. So that day I said, I got to do something. Why? I was already following a very strict ketogenic diet. I had lost like 40, 45 pounds by then. But my daughter-in-law was pregnant with my first grandchild. So I got to do something because I want to see my grandson. So I started researching. Okay, what do I do? I already knew some people ate only meat, but I, of course, thought they were crazy and weird. Who's crazy and weird? Yeah, I'm one of those now. Uh, Not even my A1C had improved, by the way. Having at 6 months of a strict ketogenic diet, I was eating very little carbs. But once I went carnivore, within a couple of months, it was down to 5.4. It has been 5.4 for a year and a half. So I was searching, found, I did, by the way, I already had seen Dr. Boss, I had seen some other big keto guys, like Dr. Berg, Dr. Egberg, and a lot of other people that were not doctors talking about keto diets. But then I found this guy talking about the carnivore diet. That was crazy. I still think he's crazy, but now that I've met him. But I said, okay, I'm taking the plunge. Within a few days, I was doing a carnivore diet. By the way, on the third day, I woke up, knew I wasn't going to eat anything that day because I was absolutely not hungry. First time in my life I had done a 24-hour. It turned out to be sort of a 48-hour fast because I was eating only once a day because the GLP had given me gastroparesis. And I still don't, by the way, I prescribe them sometimes, so it's not that I'm against them, but you have to be very careful with possible side effects. So I was eating once a day, so by skipping one day, I automatically did a 48 hours fasting. For the first time, I had not done that before. But my life has changed in so many ways, improved, so many things. I mean, it's a long list, and I'm going to let you hanging a little bit because you do hear me with Dr. Kills frequently, and you know some of that story, and you're going to hear so many good stories. So this morning, we're going to have some of the professional experts talking about the benefits of a low carbohydrate diet. Now, I wanted to show you that is the reason